can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check 99. Check 99.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a first and 10 at the 15. Now Allen hit. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
The 26-yard line.
Check. Lucky. 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
To try again after the sack. Allen, wide open receiver, complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Tyler Higbee, 30 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are, but that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 40-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Now it's Mahomes again, dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Marr is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Go, go, go. Mike 34,
Working from the gun, Mahomes being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I want that.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes forced out to his left. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
I got you. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Easy. Wide, get wide.
On third down, it's Logan. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Mahomes firing complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's get off the field. 34's a Mike. 34's a Mike. He's coming. Check him. Scene 6.
Throwing now is Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Dante Moncrief there to make the grab. And the Bears have taken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try to up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Johnson's got it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Robinson's got it. The 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Allen Robinson, 49 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They'll get 34 yards there.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Patrick Mahomes with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have once again taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
To the air, Allen. He finds his man Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Allen now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. George Iloka, the one that comes up to make the tackle. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The second of our 2 games here on this wildcard Saturday is at halftime. We'll get back to you two in just a second. But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers, who went from 6-10 to the playoffs in 1 year, taking on the Detroit Lions.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll run it here with Logan. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd and 1, Mahomes steps away to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Hey, 43, 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Moncrief, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. Hey. 41's coming. 41's the Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Trey Quinn there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Allen now looks to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
43. Strip that ball. 34's an exit. He's coming. Check in.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The veteran safety, George Iloka, there to break that one up. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Now Sanders. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
To throw, it's Allen. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, that's complete to his tight end Higbee. 16 yards, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Oh, you got deep? 51, Mike. Mike, 51. Hey, we're pretty quiet. Go, Mike.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And this is Moncrief for the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, watch it. Hey, dribble it. Joker.
On the carry, it's Logan. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They run again with Logan. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chicago.
Shoot! 57!
It's the linebacker, Manti Te'o, on the stop.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, it's Pollard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Out to his left. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Logan. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 3, check 3.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
What we got? Shoot!
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Switch. Check nine.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. Because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. If people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.